Hi, welcome to the Online Jewelry Academy. I'm Professor John R. and I'm your instructor. Today I'm going to show you how to decorate holiday ornaments with alcohol inks. Now, this material can be used for these ornaments, but you could use it at any time to decorate any kind of metal surface. In previous videos, I've shown how to make this holiday heart, the welcoming pineapple, and the dimensional star. Now, I have blanks of these items on the bench, and I'm going to use these Adirondack brand materials to color them. Now, the alcohol inks are very easy to use, but you do need to take certain steps in order to be successful with them. The first thing that you may need to do is to use some kind of a degreaser on the surface of your piece in order to remove any kind of surface grease, dirt, or fingerprints that would inhibit the flow of the alcohol ink. Once you've taken care of that, then you're ready to start. Now, I have here the holiday heart ornament, and I want to decorate the center bright red. Now, I could use it for Christmas or I could use it for Valentine's Day as well. When you first open up the container, be sure to wipe the tip. The reason why you want to do that is because the tip is really small and you're going to use this like a pen. And if there's any excess material, it could splash out and just go everywhere and ruin your design. Now, I will show you in a minute how to clean up a disaster if you have one. So I'm going to pick up the ornament, I'll tilt the bottle slightly, and I'm just going to start to let the material flow over the surface. Now, there's a lot of texture on this surface, so it's going to catch a lot of the material in the texture and inhibit it from flowing elsewhere. So I'll just go all the way around the heart and just let it sit there and drip over the sides. Now, there is a channel around the heart that would prevent the red from flowing into the other areas, but I did get a little bit up near the top part of the surface that I need to clean up. Now, here's how you do cleanup. The easiest way to get a specific area is to wet a Q-tip with the alcohol blending solution. Now, I've got the Q-tip ready to go, and all I do is just swipe over that area, and easy as pie, I've picked up all of the material with the Q-tip. That done, I just leave the heart to dry. Now, it only takes a couple of minutes for these inks to dry, but you do want to dry before you go to the next color. So while that's drying, let me pick up the pineapple. Now, obviously, I want to have an orange and a green area, and I want them to be separated. Well, it's super easy to do. All you need to do is, starting with the bottom half of the pineapple, just draw a line with the ink to start where the area of the bottom should be colored with the orange material. And you can see how I'm just swiping across the ornament, trying to keep the flow of the material going constantly. If you don't do this, what will happen is the ink will start to back up on itself and it will kind of dissipate in certain areas. And you don't really want that to happen. You want it to be nice and smooth and even. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's hard to believe that that's just a piece of aluminum. There. All right, I'll let that one dry. Now we can go back to the heart. Now, if I want to have, say, a softer color, or I want to be more controlled with the color, what I can do is I can use the Q-tip to help guide where the material goes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just saturate the end of a Q-tip with some blue, and then what I can do is I can just start to swipe through certain areas to create a lighter blue stripe. So if you get really good at controlling this material, you can almost be a painter with it, which is really nice. And I kind of like having the variation of the colors being lighter and darker. So there's, in this case, a little bit more emphasis given to the heart in the center. Okay, let's let those dry, and now I'm going to show you something else. You can be very loose and creative with this material, and if you purchase some of the little felts from Adirondack, what you can do is you can take a color. Let's say I'm going to start with the blue. I'll put some blue on the pad in just sort of a random pattern, and I'm just going to pounce it lightly onto the surface of this star. So what I'm trying to do is just give it sort of a sponged or marbleized effect. Now generally, I would start with my lightest color first, so I might not have wanted to actually start with the blue. I could start with a yellow, let's say. So I'll add some. So I'll do the same thing. I'll just put a little bit on the felt, and I'll just pounce that right onto the surface. And I'm kind of hitting the areas that were negative spaces, just to fill it out. Okay, so I have sort of a medium color going as a background or a middle ground. Now what I want to do is just be a little bit crazy and drop some purple. Now watch the surface when I do this. You'll see the material crawl and it will start to create some actual definitive boundary areas. So it's kind of fun just to drop it on. So it gets a little bit psychedelic looking. Now, if you've decided that, say, a color is a little bit too strong, you could use a little bit of the alcohol blender, and you can actually just lighten it up by just pouncing on it just a little bit to remove the color. If you totally hate what you've done and you want to get rid of it, just swipe it away, and you could start over. I hope you have fun decorating your holiday ornaments with the alcohol inks. Check out our other videos and products on the onlinejewelryacademy.com. Thanks for watching.